he always gave me shocking results. Alright, run these guys down. They don't stand a ghost of a chance against my armies. I'm being told to put the maneuver 6 on the hunting stack. Well, I'd love to. Not as simple as that, though. Spread out these sieges a bit. Manpower isn't getting chewed up too hard because Ming cannot fight me at all. They're just rubbish. Alright, combine our men together and drop off one of each of those regiments. I wonder if that'll be enough. Yeah, we dropped the garrison. No, we didn't drop the garrison enough. Right, give them 2 infantry then. I'm generous. And we'll chase them down. Buddhist influences. I don't really want to become Buddhist. Although, where is that? Magoinado. 3. Currently at 108, which is a bit much in terms of religious unity. Now, when I finish off with Ming, I don't expect to have any extra provinces myself. So really there won't be any expansion on my end. So I'm going to need to whap out my calculator later on. Don't think that 1 stability is going to do me too much good right now, but we'll take it anyway. I do need to drop my religious unity. Annexing these 3 provinces will lower it, but I'm not sure if it'll 8% lower it. We shall find out in due time. You have been a bit absent from the chat. Put the maneuver 6 in the hunting stack wasn't really an option at the time, unfortunately. I wonder if Blackfoot would give us fleet basing rights. Might be an idea. Only cost me half a ducat and I'd be able to explore America much better. Very well. Let us improve our relations so that we can have such fine things. In the meantime, explore this land. And then get back to Blackfoot. Stop improving relation to Muar. Right, their former capital, Beijing, is down. Where's this guy even going to run to? Shanxi? I don't care much about you anymore. Go away. Looting not such a big issue now. Jake, your vassals' provinces will defect to the other nations. Eh? Oh gee, that isn't good. I should help you out there. It's 20 days until he gets back. I'll just have to try and remember. Or I can just stare at it until it happens. Whilst at the same time trying to run the... Oh, I can keep my army here. That'll prevent him from moving back. That'll work out quite well. Right, let us support these revolted rebs. And it didn't work again. Let's get both of these guys back then. Pretty sick how fast these are going. Alright, thanks for having your eyes on my vassals' rebs. I do not want you converted to Hindu. I really don't want that. Because I don't get that wee bonus, that Buddhist. What is this, barbarian? Oh! Here you go, goats. This is the... Right, maybe I have to give you a bit more money. Yeah, that got rid of you. This is from the EU Rome soundtrack, Barbarians Approaching. Kandeshi nationalists. Might as well give them loads of money since I don't actually pay it. that loot train running. Alright, now I'm going to lose my ship if I don't get these fleet basing rights soon, but I can as soon as I have a free diplomat, so let's try and get that in the turn of the year. And we will also send over our, probably our entire fleet, I suppose. No, not our entire fleet, one more ship will do. The other two can remain here and get back to piracy, because that brings back some nice events. Do the Nippon, just to piss off the Japanese. They're not the real Japanese anyway. I mean, look at that pathetic enclave of Asia they've conquered, and compare it to my own. Right, not bad at all. Let's get our relations back up with you. Stop improving our relations with Blackfoot, because now we have fleet basing rights. Now let me repair up, please. I need only get in there. Ka-ching, turn of the year. Turn of the month. And get exploring again. And then get back. Ming wants peace. I deny them. Oirat want access. I deny them. I want my prestige back up, that's for sure. Now, getting power projection from declaring war on Ming. And privateers against Ming, and yeah, pretty good. Pretty good out of 10. Ugh, Russia is growing in ways I don't want them to. Alright. Jake, don't forget Samtoy. Well, it's not really that big right now. Oh, okay, I forgot. Being at war makes them able to destroy my privateers. That's okay. They were just burning a hole in my wallet anyway. Castilian Mexico, right, they're definitely making their claims in the New World. I'll have to deal with that in my own way. Now, it'll take a while for my envoys to get back from the New World. Right. I'll get straight on with you. When the other one finishes, that's when I'll redo Samtoy. Another two bite the dust. I don't even need to push harder. I should have plenty from this. Now, Ming, have you lost your mandate of heaven yet? No, you still got it. We'll see how long that lasts. Right, Nanyang's secured. I no longer need you here. I'll instead send you over here. Makes you more likely to discover neighbouring sea provinces. Sorry, neighbouring land provinces. Yeah, Ming's at 99%, but I need a couple of free envoys. Now here's the problem, when I start taking this land, it's expensive. I can't make much of a dent into Ming, and I don't actually have a way around that, so I will take and release Zhou. Yeah, those cores are never going to expire because it's Cantonese land, and Shun, again, they're never going to expire. But I will take Zhou for now, get them released. They might collapse into Buddhism, but in a way that would be good, because it would free up Pegu for annexation. I have no qualms about that. And it will bring me one over my diplomatic power slots, but again, not a problem. It's what I could do, but frankly, when I'm given the choice, I'd rather just release Shun. Yeah! Now Ming has lost a lot of land, but it's kept the cores there. That's going to be important. A few things about that are actually going to be quite important. But let's get our troops back home. Viet back might be a little too atrocious for some of them. So the ones further south can head there. I'll see how that goes. We've got Holy War on Shun. That's okay. In fact, that's grand. When we released them, they became Confucian. And they quite like us because we released them. They're threatened as well. Unfortunately, there is no event Confucian influences. So, too bad. Get all our troops back and then worry about what happens after that. And check that. Ming lost provinces in the war plus 71 power projection. Thanks for the extra points, my friend. Religious unity still looking a bit tat. Gave us a 5-year truce with Shun, but it gave us a 15... There we go. Gave us a 15-year truce with Ming. But the Oirat saw their chance, and that's good. One of the ideas was to split this land off so that the Oirat can reclaim it from Ming. Again, this will all work to my advantage in due time. Japan also finds himself at war with Ming. I'm not sure whose fleet will win between Japan and Ming's, but we'll see shortly. Ming won't be able to support such a fleet anyway. He's lost a lot of his high base tax coastal provinces, which is what gives him his high naval support limit. Yeah. Now, as some people in chat are rightfully saying, truces are just pieces of paper, and Ming is going to feel the burn pretty hard right now. We've got plenty of dip, plenty of admin, so let's just get the show back on the road. I'm fairly confident he's going to lose those lands to Oirat anyway. So I mean, let's see, Oirat attacker against Ming in the second conquest. The battle, it's for winning battles, but I have every confidence that the Oirat's going to get the majority of those. In the meantime, I need to get this sealed off. It might actually be better not for me to take this province next, but for me to find and colonize this province. That way, that'll block off Russia. I mean, there's better ways to block off Russia by taking Perm, but we were not in a position to do that. And the patch has changed. Even if I took Perm, and then cut off, let's say Russia's capital is here. Well, it's not in Ladoga, but you get the idea. And I cut them off. Let's say I took all these provinces, and there was no longer a land connection from their colonies here to the capital there. They would still be able to make more inland colonies. Bit of a pain, but what can I do? There will be animism. Right, Mewar has finished, so it would be a good idea for me to keep those relations improved. That way I'll be able to annex them quite soon. No nationalism, it's already animist, and I don't have to pay the increased coring cost, so yeah. We should get those relations up, but at the same time, is there anything else I need to consider? Probably not. Let's go for it. Jake, do you think you're making good time in this run through, or has something gone not quite right? Quite a few things have gone wrong. Although I got a good ruler early, he was followed up by a really, really awful ruler. Ming stayed strong. I really would have rather they got ripped apart by the Oirat. The Oirat allied Japan, that's really not what I wanted. And Japan formed really early, that's another problem. But, I like that. I like getting problems. Because they're just another thing to plough down in the path to world conquest. I'm going to go for a quick water break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. Or do. Okay, the bathroom's engaged. I will see to that at another time. Let's get back to destroying Ming. Increase relations with Myanmar. Now, I could could start their integration before I start hamming into Ming again. Is that really for the better, though? Oh, that's nice. This event used to change the religion, but now Yudong, which I think has high base tax. Oh, just what I know. Now it just gets heresy, and to be honest, it doesn't make the slightest lick of difference. And that local autonomy I put everywhere is going to hang around for a fair bit, but our money is going up. So, are we in a position to fight Ming? In fact, the sooner we do it the better. It gives them less chance to erect an army. But I'm a bit torn about Mewar, and in a way Cathawar. No, I need to give them longer to convert their lands. 1.5. They took the next religious idea, so if they take the one after that, they'll be fine. That's all they're converting, though. Maybe they're not confident about converting the rest of it. Unaccepted culture and high base tax. No wonder. Well, what can you do? To take on Ming or to integrate Mewar first? There's the question. Now let's make this all about deconstructing Ming. I got a revolt and Koch. Do I fight them? Do I not? It's quite mountainous and hilly, and a drain on the manpower to fight them. Send 17 of my finest men. Oh nice, he did discover the bordering province there. Unfortunately I want him to discover that one. Has Koch already got local autonomy? That's what I'm wondering. If it does, yeah, we'll destroy those men then. Go and kill. Spread out and destroy. That's really all there is to it. Ming's in pieces, they won't last. Famous last words. I'm going a bit more inland because this is land that I can loot, and I'll loot it every 6 months whilst I'm sieging it. And that appeals to me. They've raised a little bit of an army, but it won't be enough. Now, negative stability hurts me a little bit. But if we look at the revolt map mode, not by much. A lot of this is down to the fact that I culturally converted a lot of these lands, but just to make sure we're completely okay. We're going to pay down that war exhaustion and keep us at -2 stability, and that'll be enough. We'll look at this revolt map mode at the turn of the month. Only got a few patches of yellow. Fortunately it doesn't update until the turn of the month. Or when you click on and off of it. Look at us, lovely and green. Even in this Indian land that was rife with hundreds of thousands of rebels, absolute zero revolt risk. I wonder if my vassals will fight those rebs for me. I also wonder if I can support these rebs and get rid of them whilst they're in a battle. Oh, well, I want to get rid of those ones first. Kandesh? No, go for Kandeshi ones. No, doesn't work. Did you know that embargoing gives power projection? I do know, but I also know that it gives a worthless amount of power projection unless you both have quite a lot of power inside the same place. And we really don't. You know, he vastly outshines me in Canton. It's really not worth it. Not worth the diplomatic time. Let's get our loot on now. Right, another one finds itself self-sustaining, which is indeed excellent. Now, yes, I will take that, but first off, we're going to abandon this one and send a colonist there on the same day. Recall the colonist and send him up there to well and truly block off the Siberian advance. Thankfully the people are not very revolting up here. Yeah, looking good. That'll seal off Russia. Whether or not they fight me over it remains to be seen. Simple. Let's support those other revolted rebs. Fine and dandy. Bit heavy on the manpower, lost that one. But oh well. The thing is, when Ming stops being my rival, then that embargo is actually going to cost me trade efficiency, and I'll probably forget about pulling it, so forget about it. Still got plenty of a fleet. But that's okay, we can make do with what we're about to do here. Tear Ming a new one. And for the first time in a long time, we've got positive prestige. We could probably improve our prestige. I wonder how much I can get per province I take here. Alright, good example of just how much Ming is just food. Getting wrecked by barely any troops. Be gone. You are the worst Asian. Mind you, you guys are looking pretty bad. Glad to see that treasury filling up at long last. I was a bit worried. I had not taken into account how much that would hurt my finances, having those rebels everywhere. Let's get rid of you. Marwar, you love me, but part of that is just because we're in a war together. Kathiawar, I'm going to have to take care of those Hindu rebs yet again. Have you ever heard of harsh treatment? It's not like I keep you around for your military prowess. So there we go. That did not get rid of the Hindu zealots. Doesn't matter all that much though, because there we go. They're gone anyway. Jake, you mean whether or not they fight the knights over it remains to be seen. What could Russia possibly do against the knights? Does Russia even have a fleet? I mean, of course they have a fleet, but... laughable. 5 transports. They wouldn't land enough people to siege Rhodes. Remember, Rhodes starts off with a level 4 fort, and, well, 16 military western power. You made any allies yet? Yeah, Venice. Venice's fleet would, oh. Huh. Well. Stand strong, knights. Alright, now, you might be wondering why I punched out Shun instead of releasing Zhou for myself. If I'd taken Zhou, I could have fed it provinces from Ming. Indeed, and I will still do that. However, by punching Shun specifically out of them, punching a nation out costs a flat 100 no matter how big they are. If they're smaller, it can cost less than that, but it will never cost more than 100. So I was able to punch out 600% of annexation cost out of Ming by releasing Shun. So that saved me about 6 or 7 wars with Ming, and it also means I only have to... there's half less of a country that I have to siege out. And that's important. That's very important. Remember, I want China as quickly as possible. There is no time. I broke truce, but who cares? Now, all that aggressive expansion I have with Ming comes before things like declared war, was at war, and I will be sure to later... that's not so good. There we go. Face my conquistador in battle. Later I will send them a gift, improve relations, and make sure that they don't keep that aggressive expansion towards me. It's unfortunate, but if I punched out Zhou, then all of this land, which is Cantonese, Ming would lose their core on, and well, that's pretty much all of it. So that's why I did punch them out. It's also why losing Xi is not too much of a problem, because half of Xi's land is Cantonese. I don't want Ming to lose their cores, I want them to keep them. So this is looking okay. High relations with Mawar should be plenty enough by now. 10, 35, 85, yeah, loads will bring you back. Kathiawar, probably worth improving relations with sooner or later. Hopefully they get that religious idea soon. They've got another great administrative ruler. Every country shuns Ryukyu for their actions. Hush now. Now, integrating all of China and India is going to be hella expensive on the dip, so I need to have myself in a position where I can do the mission spam whilst integrating these countries. So soon I will... Oh man, my voice. Right. I'll have to have myself in a position where I can abuse the religious unity mission. So when all's said and done, I'm going to use my calculator to find out what I need to do to get my religious unity back to, well, 99 point something %. I'm sure it'll work out. Right, is there something specific about Hindu zealots that it just doesn't want me to support them? Mysterious game. Right, won't let me take Hinian. At least not yet. There we go. You can't contain the Ryukyu. Oh, he can contain the Ryukyu. Well, too bad. Yeah, so thanks again to all you guys that helped make that religious unity spreadsheet. It will certainly be seeing the light of day shortly. It is 20 to 2. I've still got maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of this still going. Doesn't look like we've expanded that much, but it's been, what, about 20 years, and we managed to consume Vijayanagar, Kathiawar, Merwar, and soon China. Not to mention that power projection I've got is going to last a long, long time. Morale, trade power, morale, fort defense. Ah, legitimacy, that's good. It's better than good. Let's get these places sieged up, specifically these ones over here, actually. I pushed in a bit too deep with my greedy looting. But I want these provinces to release for Zhou. Jake, consider moving capital to decrease the travel time. Nope, I need my capital here because it means 5 days travel for my colonist here so that I can abuse missions.